Thank you for meeting with us today. I'm Alex Panzarella. I'm your ITAM. I know we spoke about spending some time today discussing our Gen AI capabilities and how they can assist with some of the business objectives you recently shared. And so based on our discussion, there was really three objectives we're looking to focus on. So one was Cave's admins not being able to create playbooks just due to technical knowledge. Same thing around using JavaScript to be able to create some customizations that would help you do some of the admin tasks more efficiently. And then even new catalog creation being an issue just because there's so many new catalog requests that you guys need to push out there for clients where it's really a challenge today being able to quickly onboard new catalog items. So that's really where Now Assist comes in, where we're able to leverage our Gen AI capabilities to really perform some of those tasks for you without needing to have that technical background. So let's take this time to actually dive into the instance and actually see an example. So I'll come into the Workflow Studio, and from here I can see all the information I need for workflow development as far as what playbooks have been created or maybe are in the draft stage, what workflows, being able to connect different teams, what actions are being taken, and then even data streams, so bringing in and processing data from, say, external sources or other systems of record. And we could even easily integrate with that homegrown system we talked about where you track different produce. So everything this would be right here as far as that landing page, as far as being able to take action on it, but also being able to see kind of what connections are in place. So even more so, if I go to operations, I'd be able to see what different, like who is doing what and if they're running into any problems. Integrations, I can kind of see all my incoming and outgoing connections. But let's actually go back to the home page and we'll create a new playbook. So from here, we'll just input the playbook name. In this case, we'll do like hotspot plan as a particular use case. We'll go ahead and build the playbook. And then this is different. So instead of using kind of that low code, no code way of drag and dropping different pills to be able to set up like what tasks are performed when and what they reach out to, you can actually just use Now Assist to be able to use your natural language where you can, instead of using the pill format, you just type in, do this first, do that second. So in this case, it's create a process, add a user to the data hotspot plan, then capture details and approval requests to the manager, and then forward that request to the correct wireless vendor, then even to some additional steps at the end. So again, it's just meant to make it as easy as possible. And instead of having to have that technical background ServiceNow, you just kind of bring that natural language approach to actually generate some of these playbooks. So go ahead and actually select generate. And then from here, you can kind of confirm if that workflow is set up appropriately. So we can see, yep, but everything is what we wanted as far as the different approval steps, even linking knowledge articles, and then even closing it. So the next thing I want to touch on was if we go back into the workflow, if I were to go ahead and actually select action, we can actually see that generative AI controller kind of in use. And so this is where we can integrate to third-party large language models with the different workflows that you have. So just wanted to bring that up. The next thing we want to touch on was this whole idea of being able to assist you in writing some of that JavaScript. So this is where the code generation comes in with Now Assist. So I go ahead and select new, create a new script only check, input the information as far as identify active users is what we're trying to go for. That's our outcome. Here's our priority, even description. And then when we input that identify inactive users who are not locked out, you can see that JavaScript is automatically generated. So instead of having to write out that JavaScript, I'm simply able to just put my reasoning in, and then that JavaScript is automatically produced to get our desired outcome. So we can see here that the JavaScript is saying, okay, create a new instance of a glide record object for the 6 user table, adds a query to the glide record object to filter for records where active equals false, locked out equals false, and so on. So everything is, you don't even need to know that. So because the whole thing is, everything is populated for you using natural language. And it's nice. You can rely on this, but also too, it's usually really a tool to help. Instead of starting from scratch, at least have some place, like kind of a jumping off point, if not the whole thing. So we'll go ahead and actually select accept, then submit, and then that's completed. So the last thing we wanted to touch on was this catalog creation. Just because, again, there's so many different catalog items that Case Farm has to push out when new items come in. And so we really want to make sure that clients and customers have the ability to get those and pay for those new items. And so in order to do that, we need a really streamlined way and fast way to get those catalog items constantly out there. And so instead of having a user being able to come in and manually creating those catalog items, you can leverage Now Assist, where you use natural language to actually generate some of those catalog items. So in this case, we'll go ahead and actually put in, again, just same thing kind of with the scripting, where it's like, hey, we want to do a catalog item for a MacBook Pro. Here's the different options that go with it, the date and time of pickup, and we'll go ahead and generate with Now Assist. So you can see here all that information is entered just based on kind of that prompt I put in. We'll go ahead and confirm this. We'll continue to location. We can see the different questions, again, that were captured based on that prompt. We'll continue to settings. And everything looks good here. We'll actually just go ahead and submit. So that actually be presented to the catalog item. So it's easily accessible to your clients as far as being able to purchase those new catalog items. Now that you've seen some of the value of using Now Assist at Case Farm, let's go ahead and actually plan to meet again next week to go over this in greater detail. Thank you.